Hey gamers, welcome to another fun Mewtley brand video. I know I promised you guys a video about the Ouroboros Lock gods, but I kinda have to put that off a little bit because I'm making an animation that has a deadline in a month. And on less disappointing news, soon we're gonna have merch to sell. We're gonna have 100 Ouroboros Lock pins and 20 Prismer Mewtley posters, so look out for that. Anyway, into the actual Ouroboros Lock video. Today we're talking about magic! Magic is a very heavy aspect of Ouroboros Lock because it's largely D&D based, but it's called the Arcana or the Arcane depending on the context of it. And it's not just used for combat, but in everyday life. It can be used in a lot of jobs or intensive work, and it can just make people's lives easier. And we have two kinds of magic to talk about in this world, Spire Arcana and Godly Arcana. Spire Arcana is more generalized magic. Its name derives from the Dark Spires, the source of arcane in this world. The Dark Spires are giant jagged rocks located between Torridum and the Umbra. These dark structures hold very mystic and powerful crystals inside, which are used as the source of arcane powers that are used throughout the world. And some people even try to harvest these crystals, but usually die in the process, as coming close to the spires has very deadly effects. And if you're killed by the Dark Spires, then oh boy, you're getting the worst pain you've ever felt in your life. And if someone is able to escape once coming into contact with the spire's effects, they will have a very chronic, painful illness where spikes will grow out of them, and it just hurts so bad. Their mind ends up getting flooded with knowledge and arcana that they can't even comprehend, and they just have to suffer with it for the rest of their lives. So, harnessing this magic from a distance is the best way to go. And there are many ways to go about this. Some prefer studying the arcane, which in turn allows their mind and body to open up a link between the spire and its powers. These don't have a proper name yet, so if you have suggestions, let us know. And then there are natural wielders who are born with powers from the spire. This is usually due to a recessive gene that one's distant relatives may have had after being affected by the spire in the past. This usually manifests in elemental arcana. The affected wielder may not even know how to harness their powers effectively, so they go to schooling to learn how to use their powers safely. These powers tend to flare up and increase or decrease depending on emotions if not properly handled. These magic users are currently called naturals, but we're still open to name suggestions, as I said before. Similar to naturals, there are Drakians, who I talked about in our race and species video before, who are born with genetic ways to produce the elemental powers. Rumors say that the first living Drakians were found around the spires, and this is where their powers originated from. And with natural Spire Arcana out of the way, let's get into Godly Arcana. This magic is gained by devotion to gods, who I will make a video about someday. Those who go down this path are usually very into meditation or vigorous worship. When achieving this, they are able to have an indirect link to the gods, allowing them to practice arcana, and often this arcana is based around the specific god they are channeling energy from. And this Godly Arcana doesn't really have as much depth as the natural Spire Arcana. However, there is one more quote-unquote category of the arcane, and this is the Arcana of the Strays. First we are going to talk Necromancy. This would still be found under the Spire-based magic, but it is very frowned upon and illegal for the most part on Carceres. Necromancers like to play with the boundaries of life and death, and they are often hunted down by imps who work for Expiry, the god of death. And Expiry is not a fan of people meddling with their domain. Necromancers' practices are usually fueled by loss or power cravings, but no matter what the reason is, if caught they will be jailed or outcasted. And then there are corrupted arcana users. When their thirst for knowledge or power was brought to a halt by the laws of the known universe, they reached out farther and into an unknown source. They're often viewed as mad or threatening to the lives of all, and they're put in jail if they're caught meddling with the fabrics of the multiverse. And the last of our strayed arcane users are evokers. They are thieves of magic and power. They leech off other arcane wielders and are set on drawing power from powerful creatures and even the gods. And that's basically it for our magic. Feel free to let us know what you think in the comments. We absolutely love hearing everyone's opinions and suggestions on all of our world building. And if you want some more direct communication with us or other fans of Ouroboros Lock, join our Discord where you can talk your heart out. Also, feel free to support me because you guys are the reason I have a microphone for this video instead of recording on my very bad and cheap headphones. Please let me know if this sounds better. I really hope it does, but I don't know a thing about computers and recording and all that. But thank you for watching! Look out for our merch and other Ouroboros Lock videos and the animation I'm working on that is, God, I hope it's done in a month. And feel free to let me know if you have anything else you'd want me to talk about if you're tired of hearing about Ouroboros Lock and watching speed paints. Anyway, bye, stay safe and drink some water.